Testing. Okay. Welcome, everyone, returning and new subscribers. Anybody's High Priestess Empress Alba La Panthera. Welcome. Tap in, tune in, give y'all a few, and I also look for my tools. And if you are wanting a personal energy update, view the information in the description box for your personal energy update during this live. Yes. Let me do this though. I definitely have my headphones on. Let's get into it. Oh, hold on. Let's send this off. Whew. This one too. There we go. All right, let's see what the energy is for the collective. Current energy update. Oh gosh, this whole thing started with thatpiff.com. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? That everything I do, tell you all the time. Tell me all the things you want to do. Ooh. All right. What message you have for the collective source? Message for the collective. Timeout 22. It's time to build. That's why you're being placed in this timeout. Something that may have paused currently at this very moment or recently, within I'm getting the last 2 days, is because you're being asked to be still in order for you to continue to build. If you want to build, you're being asked to be still. You're ignoring that. You're going to take yourself out of that building stage over your shoulders. Yeah, the Most High is over your shoulders. So there's a cycle being completed here that you're not completing on your own. This is a cycle that is completing based off of the guidance that you've been asking for. Okay. Laser beam, clear focus, direct, very direct. 12. This has to do with hidden enemies or hidden situations, hidden motives. Getting clear about hidden motives of others that is blocking you from connecting to your crown, putting your crown back on, or what has been stopping you from putting your crown back on. Silver lining, you're going to have to do this with compassion. To come full circle, you're going to have to do this with compassion. Nasty knot, leaping in love, 477. In order to leap in love, you're going to have to untangle this knot by untangling yourself from it. Some of you are wanting to detangle situations with others and you in it. But in order for you to detangle yourself from a situation, it means to detangle, disconnect yourself from the situation. Time out, laser beam. You're seeing exactly what this is. Now, this laser beam is cutting right through whatever it is that you have to disconnect from. Do not get in the way of that. That's a laser beam. It's a laser beam. Especially if you've been asking to leap in love. You're going to have to connect with spirit. What's the surrender message? This. Surrender to setting limits. This will help you to surrender to what? Your full power. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. This is why this laser ream is coming in. Some of you say no, but you follow it up with an explanation. That's not a no. And then you wonder why people want to step back into your reality when you intended to say no, but you didn't say no. You gave them a maybe. You gave them a maybe. Tell you all the time, heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. Is that true? Tell me all the things you want to do. Is that true? Let's see what these angels and ancestors talking about, because it's necessary. It is necessary. What the angels and ancestors have to say about this particular situation where you're being asked to leap in love. Let go of this nasty knot by being in the space of time out so you can recalibrate yourself. Because in the space of you being in time out, you may feel as though you're being rejected by a situation, but no, that situation is being laser beamed, meaning that is there's a line that is being severed between you and this situation for a particular reason that you cannot see. $22.77, $3.94. Unleash the wild within. Country club, the she-wolf. Be ready to howl, baby. Be ready to express yourself to those who are willing to hear your expression, feel your expression, dance with your expression. Your guardian angel is asking to do this. This is a message from your guardian angel. Okay. Sun in Cancer, Moon in Leo, significant. We have the seer coming through. This pause is allowing you to see beyond the current situation. If you don't pause, you're not going to see beyond this current situation. Pause. And allow the universe to celebrate you. It'll come through in the form of a surprise, because surprises tend to be forms of celebration where someone is not expecting to be celebrated. That's the surprise I'm speaking of, not some surprise. And see, the surprise factor doesn't have to do with information that you receive that you don't want to receive. This also goes into the lines of someone who says that they don't like surprise, they don't want surprises, but when they get it and someone throws a surprise party for them, they're liberated. They're having the best time of their life. Okay, so that's significant. That had to be mentioned that way. Be the light. Wow. You got the owl, the wolf, the seer. You on your own path, beloved. You are on your own path. Nobody's daughter, nobody's son. She said nobody's son, nobody's daughter. Because you belong to a higher source. You belong to a star system that you're not aware of. Once you do know what that is, you'll be able to step into the strongness, the strength of you, the strong man energy. Every action that you take is coming from the use and action of your willpower, your Mars energy, the use of your willpower, the use, Saturn, lessons learned, willpower, sun energy. So incorporating your Saturn and your sun's energy to take action. Incorporate your Saturn and your sun's energy to take action. A wolf is howling right now. That will assist you with unleashing the wild within. You can't be afraid of that. Whatever it is that you're afraid of is going to swallow you whole right now. That's all I'm going to say. What you're afraid of will swallow you whole. Yes, it will. Angel of strength is surrounding you for this particular reason, so you don't get swallowed whole. You see this lion? It's ready to eat. It's giving Kill Bill vibes. Eat. Well, that's Colombiana. Eat. With her two big dogs. Well, mainly the two, but there were more than two. But this eat is coming from the two horses that are bringing through your chariot, you bringing you through the change of victory and success. Okay. Country club. Yep. It's time to release these attachments. Attachment is not love. Some of you are still possessive of people, and this is why your relationship is falling apart. You're not here to be possessive and obsessive over people. Love is not attachment. Love is not attachment. As long as you are calling yourself in love with someone, you find yourself attached to them, that's not love. That's toxicity. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it infinite over here. Take the mask off. Stop being attached to these situations. Nothing in this earthly realm belongs to any of us or any of you. You're here to learn and evolve. Life goes on after this. But at the same time, there's an aspect of the frequency and vibration that is being instilled and installed back into this planet where you can experience that eternal heaven on earth life. But whoever is not prepared for that because of your attachment, and you use your strength to attach yourself to situations because you feel as though that is love, you're going to be wiped out of here immediately. And this is why for some of you, there are situations that are being wiped out of your life because there's a form of attachment. Okay. You want to heal this back up? You want to heal this back up? You better close out that cycle where you think love is attachment. Okay? Seek unconditional love and you shall find. But you're going to have to step into your goddess energy. God and goddess, the goddess energy is not outside of you. It is you. You're an extension of source power that is labeled as God and goddess. Welcome, my beloved Fatima, and thank you, gratitude to you for your energy exchange, your donation to this channel, okay, for seeing the value. I appreciate you. I adore you. Much, much gratitude and infinite fold back onto you, Fatima, okay, for real. Because I see those who do what they do when they see us doing things that it comes with great value. It comes with great lessons that we had to overcome. There's a lot of us that are spiritual readers and doing things from a spiritual aspect that is not accepted by anyone. And we literally have to step away and trust in source in a way that it always takes care of us. Always does. But it has come to a point where people are going to realize that y'all that 2024 election is not happening. This is not going to happen the way you expect it to happen. None of these elections have been happening the way people expect it to happen. Just put it that way. Govern thyself. Okay? Govern yourself. Simple. Support each other and what y'all got going on. If you really want to see a word, if you really want to see this thing here change. The world. I'm not saying this shit just to say it now. You see this? Look at this clearly. What does this mean? You have to choose to go into this space of what is considered darkness, but not necessarily darkness. This is you being reborn. That's the womb space. This is you going back to Big Mama energy to be reborn into the aspects of yourself that you came here originally for, but with remembrance of yourself. See, the whole process of communion, when you're receiving the bread and the wine, it had a lot to do with the remembrance of me. That remembrance of me is the remembrance of you. The remembrance of you. But it takes a very wise one to recognize what these rituals are really doing. Because if you don't know yourself, when you're taking in this communion, you're actually giving your energy away. It's real simple. Archangel Ariel, second chakra. What's happening here is that you're being reconnected with your soul tribe, not your ego tribe, not your material tribe, your soul tribe. Though none of this material shit matter to the soul, because the soul don't just dwell here in this earthly realm. That's too finite for the soul. But you're being asked to connect with the soul and embark on that journey of that soul. You want to experience abundance and joy? Connect with your soul. Connect with your soul. Obviously, when you do that, there's certain things that are around you that will no longer be, because there's some level of disconnect that will have to occur for you to get back into that alignment with your soul. And back into alignment, meaning more so, the connection of you feeling that within your vessel, where you're no longer disconnected from it within your feeling. Yep, it's part of your journey. I'll be the chariot on your journey. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. What's the energy about this journey? I said, I'll be your chariot on your journey. What two's card comes out? The same reason why I tell you I don't use the word friends. Archangel Ariel, speaking of your soul tribe and indecisions. Most of your indecisions are coming from people that you call friends. They're not in alignment to your spiritual path, your soul's path. They're in alignment to your ego's path to influence you to get connected to your spiritual path. Because you all know what these connections are all about. Live to fight another day to get over this. Getting over it means you're going through these situations, but you don't stay there. Some of you go through these friendships and you feel as though you have to connect to them again. That attachment shit is not love. Once you really gain that clarity of certain situations are not for a lifetime. Some of you are labeling temporary situations as a lifetime. Or energetically, you are giving off that frequency to this vibration to bring in a lifetime when they're just there temporarily. And then you wonder why your physical, your mental, your spiritual begins to diminish. But just know when you get into that space, you do have your angels coming in to assist you. There's 3 right after this. 4. Before you can even think about this, you got 4 angels in between all of this. Before you can actually think about what you're going to do about these envious energies and jealousy around you, you got 4 angels already handling this. All you got to do is connect to the thoughts that they are translating to you or downloading into you for you to upload. When you upload them, you step into this space of victory. But if you don't upload them, whatever it is that you're supposed to walk away from, you're not going to. It's that fucking simple. But if you do walk away from it, you step into the sun of carrying connections, protected carrying connections. Okay? Protected carrying connections. Look at this. You got Archangel Michael, the daughter romance, carrying connections, in the sun card. But if you align yourself with things that are of attachment, you ain't learn your lesson. You're going to keep learning a lesson. You're not, because you don't want to remember what you came here for. You don't want to remember what you came here for. Make it spend a month. And this don't even have to be you. This could be energies around you that you are being asked to disconnect from, because that's what's holding you back. Some of you have evolved from everything that I'm saying, but you have people that are still stuck in these vibrations. I'm saying this message because that's exactly what you have to disconnect from. And especially if you feel as though you're doing everything that you have to do. No. There's certain vibration you're still resonating with, and resonating with them simply means that you're having conversations with them. That's all it takes. See, one thing about religion, it will instill a certain behavior. And some of these behaviors that some of you are still connected to based off of tradition is keeping you stuck. It's because you don't read. You don't analyze, you don't research. You take everyone's word for whatever it is that you're reading. Basically, still under that spell of a teacher and a student, when you are a teacher and a student of life. You're not just a student. When you become that teacher and the student, everything that is taught to you as a student, you're going to put yourself in the teacher's perspective and research on it and see, what does this really mean? And when you're saying, what does this really mean? There's a connection between you and your soul. Your soul is going to tell you hell no or hell yes. Heavenly hell yes or heavenly hell no. The merge of the two. Baby. Let's see what's this energy talking about specifically. We got going on here for the collective. What's the current situation? Your strength and courage is full effect. This is what I'm speaking to. For some of you, this is a pep talk. You was about to do something you were supposed to do. But this message is coming in as a pep talk. This is timeless. Yeah. Jupiter and Leo. This is a Leo card. You're being given the strength and confidence to stay on your path with courage. Strength and confidence leads to your courage to make this certain decisions based off, to take certain actions based on a decision that you want to make. The challenge is 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius. Let me get clarity about what this is specifically, because the 8 of Wands could also be having to do with, some of you are getting distracted by love invitations of love. For some of you, this has to do with somebody that you have built the strength and courage to say no to. And they say something in a way that actually resonates as to the way someone will say something to you that you will move forward with. Whoever this person is, they're a trickster, not sacred trickster, they're a trickster. And they're distracting. Okay. Yeah, you got work to do. Then they coming in with the distraction. You putting things together and they coming in with the distraction. This is spot on. Stay rooted and grounded in what it is that you already decided to do. When it comes to, especially what's been keeping you up at night, sleepless nights, anxiety, depression, all this other fuckery. It's not allowing you to be anchored into your actual true energy, your true emotions, your true fluidity that flows within you. And that's a lot that flows. There's a very high current in this. But they want you to place your anchor into your own emotions. Don't give that shit off to nobody else. Some people, the seagulls, you know what the seagulls are telling me right there? That some people know that you're gullible. They know the past version of you being gullible. That they know what to say to you to will you back the fuck in. You're in a space where you have your strength and courage. But your challenge is letting things in from the past that knows you're gullible and know what to say to you. This is... Anyway. It was at the bottom of the deck. It can come across as something that is anchored and solid, but they coming in to steal your joy, tear your shit up each time they get when they're not comfortable as you rise. That's on you. That is on you. I'm a messenger, and yo, the sun card. That's your challenge, and it came out sideways. You want to sell a foundation? For some of you, you're on a verge, literally, of putting that key into that lock and turning the key and opening the door to your liberation and joy and abundance. The bridge, 38. But you cannot bring whatever is out of balance into this infinite source of yours. This infinite solid foundation that's going to be nothing but prosperity into your life. Some of you are going to step into a brand new space, and you can't even be in that brand new space for long because you're still carrying energies from the past that cannot be there. This has to do with something you're closing out from 2010, specifically January 21st, 2010. Was being cleaned out. Whatever this was that you picked up, 2010, this will be Jupiter and Pisces. Before went into Aries. You're at the beginning of that new cycle. You can attain the power of this serpent, or it'll demolish you. It'll demolish you if you don't clean this shit up. It'll leave you stranded on top of these mountains too, if you don't clean it up. 2834 just showed up on the timer, but you got 2835. What's 34 in this deck? Let me see. What's 34? Wow. The fishes, which speaks of abundance, King of Pentacles. You better know your value. You better let the light shine through all this water, this tumultuous energy that you're experiencing. Because once you let your light shine through all of this energy, you begin to see your abundance flow through. And this is in every area of your life, mind, body, and soul. Some of y'all about to go back into something that your gut already told you. Stop fucking playing with me. That's all I'm going to say. And you know what that is. And you're going to give yourself a reason as to why you don't want to do what you're supposed to do from your soul. You better listen to your soul. Some of y'all going to get wiped the fuck out because you're not listening to your soul. I'm just a messenger. That's why I say you're not. Listen, you want unconditional love is there. But you're going to have to let go of all this other shit that don't belong there. You're going to have to. At the basis of your spread is the Seven of Pentacles. Time is ticking. You better observe this one pentacle, which is you, in connection to the Six of Pentacles. What has not been reciprocated to you based on who you are, the root and all of who you are. Bliss is in love, Alana. Ashe, my love. So this has a lot to do with your creative expression and your throat chakra with the orange and yellow here. Some of you are not expressing yourself in the way that you're supposed to, which is why people have this audacity to come to you. For some of you, your disconnect, your absence is your voice. Your absence is your voice for some of you. For others of you that have been too absent, your voice is your voice. This is how you know where you are at in this message. If you've been the type of person that's been quiet, it's time for you to speak and say what you have to say. If you're the type of person that's been speaking and advising and people not listening, don't say shit, move on. Just move on. Saturn is not about to play with you. Saturn is testing to see where have you matured when it comes to what you know, because this is influencing what you believe in. Saturn and Pisces. Are you going to actually work with what you know that's actually influencing your belief? Because if not, in this age of Saturn, you're speaking of, this is what I've been telling people. You don't want to be in a space where you're in another realm and you want to assist those that are here in this earthly realm and you can't. This shit is real. I've been got that message eons ago. See, you gotta be careful with that too. People talking about I need you and nobody else. No. You don't need nothing. You don't need anything. You need yourself. If there's anything that you're gonna need, is self. Knowing self. Knowing the groundedness of self. Knowing where it is that the self can be stable. This is what you have to know. Because once you know that, you're not looking for anyone to understand you. The only reason why anybody wants someone to understand them because they're not grounded within themselves. Plain and simple. Okay? What's in the immediate past here? The Lovers. Gemini could be of significance. Yo, I had the only vibration or frequency going through this here area. But now that I'm doing this, because I already know I got something to do with a Gemini too. A fucked up Gemini and a polar opposite energy that's not even supposed to be my polar opposite. You about to get your ass handed to you. I said what I said. Yeah, I said what I said. When I say something, it's because I'm supposed to say. I don't say anything when I'm not supposed to say it. The star. Because some people don't recognize in your past that you are the star. You are their guiding light. And they chose to want to be your authority, 3311. They chose to be the ones that want to make you do things, or if you don't do this way, then you... If you don't know your signs in your natal chart, you don't know your human design, you don't know your galactic signature, there's nothing you should be telling me right now. Because those are the tools that allows you to get into where you can, give your firm yeses and nos. See, people who don't know that information constantly put themselves back into cycles that no longer serves them because they feel as though based off their religion that instilled a certain behavior that this is what they're supposed to do. Better get up on out of that. Because the religion is one finger on a hand. You got two hands with 5 fingers for some of you who are blessed and favored to have it. But your religion is giving you just your thumb when you got the whole hand. Okay. What's in the immediate future here? This could even be energies around you. This is where I express myself this way. Because for some of you, that's not you. Or some of you, it is you. You know what, you finna just be honest with yourself. You got the Nine of Cups in your immediate future, which is emotional fulfillment. But this has to do with emotionally fulfilling yourself. You're in a stage right now where you may be criticized in a way that people are telling you're being selfish. Well, you want to know why? Because you depleted yourself this entire time for however long. For some of you, that's 9 years, 9 minutes. For some of you, that's way too long, where you have allowed other people to be at the forefront before yourself. And they don't even appreciate that because they still want to do things as to why you step out. And you know that you shouldn't step out and assist them in a way because something in you tells you they're not going to take my advice. But you don't want to misjudge the energy. Well, guess what now? In this immediate future, all right, what's coming up next? As soon as you feel that and your body tells you no, you better give that person a no too. There's no need to discuss. Do what you got to do to unfollow because enough is enough. Yep, enough is enough. 9 of Wands. Don't forget to hit that lovely Mars energy button as you tap in here. I see y'all. Love you. But you have here the Moon and Sagittarius card. 9 of Wands, Moon, Venus energy. Your emotions and connection to other people has a lot to do with the spiritual strength that you've gained from the past and making certain decisions that aligns with your heart or your vibration of your perception. Because your thoughts are translating into your body and it's being reflected outside of you because it has been transformed into your body. Your thoughts have been transported into your body and now it's showing up in your immediate future or your immediate existence within other people. But in the immediate past, some of you have already made this decision that's in alignment to your immediate future of emotional fulfillment with yourself. This has been a long time coming for some of you, where you feeling liberated by being whole within yourself and you're not needing anyone to validate you or to even support you or appreciate you because you appreciate yourself because you are an extension of source. Once you know and you align with that extension of source, there's nothing here on this planet that you need. It's on the opposite end of that. You're bringing in that appreciation, that extension that you have to source into this planet. You see where love is not attachment? And where remembrance is key? I mean, communion tells you that all the time. Do this in a remembrance of me. Just saying. Not coming for y'all, but I'm just saying. This is just what it is. This is what it is. You got to see it from a higher perspective. And if you go to a church where your pastor is moving on an astrological basis, you straight. You straight, you infinite, you spiraling, you doing everything. You there. You at source. Because they overstand this much deeper than, see, for them to do that, they may not even be in your church for that long. Just put it that way. They won't be in your church for that long because they're not supposed to do that. Because they're supposed to indoctrinate you with falseness or falsehood or shit that doesn't really align with the Christ consciousness within you. But the ones that do won't be there for that long. Let's keep that in mind. What's priming this energy here for the collective? You got this on a grip. Ooh, okay. You have your sorrow, pains, and regrets in your hands. They no longer exist. Your sorrow, pains, and regrets no longer exist. You hear me? Okay. What's priming this energy? You got a grip on it. You got a grip on it. What's crowning the energy is the Knight of Wands. You're no longer conforming to what other people say you're supposed to do. You have an alignment to the cosmos. Your frequency is much different right now. And vibration is much different right now. Much different in the sense of This is someone who steps outside of the black and white. I'm gonna keep going back to that because some of y'all listen to this message, but you still move off the operation of black and white, and your skin is not black. That's the most fucking fucked up perception any human can have. And some of y'all better be careful with the way y'all are viewing certain things and the way people are expressing themselves about that. When no one out here moving with that color, you know what a white is, you know what a black is. You know what white is, and you know what black is. Stop playing. Stop fucking playing. I'm coming from a cosmic space. Stop playing. Because you have many other colors that you This is why people keep coming back here. Check I don't want to come. You're gonna come back here because you're still doing that bullshit that you keep doing. Because the same fight that people were saying that, oh, black this and black that, you're gonna come back here, all right? When the whole shit flips on his ass, and then white people that people call white people are doing the same shit that black people are doing today. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. Y'all making this planet too weak, and this planet is tired of y'all. This planet is tired of y'all fucking around that way. Saturn is not gonna play with any of y'all on that aspect. Come on, y'all too smart for that shit. Some of y'all went to school and you still operating off that bullshit, bro. What's wrong with you? I'm coming from Saturn space at this time. Saturn is not gonna play with y'all. Saturn's gonna play. Saturn is not gonna play with this collective. Any collective is. I'm only speaking from experience. Anything I believe is because I know. What I believe is what I know. I don't believe in something if I don't know it. And I have to know it from my own experience, not what somebody tells me in a book. I'm my own book. Each and every day that I experience is a page in my own book, not someone else's book. See me, I said? So y'all better get yourself out of that. Y'all better get yourself out of that and quick. Saturn is not playing. Saturn is not playing. Some of y'all into the whole spirituality thing, and you have no idea where Saturn is actually coming in to test you. Saturn is in Pisces. It's testing these vows and these oaths that you have to whatever belief system you're connected to, whatever you believe in. Here. Some of you is just here or here. In this age of Aquarius, you better merge the both. When you merge both of these, this is when that black or white dissipates from you, because there is no way in fucking hell that you're going to be operating out of that spectrum where you're just looking at things from black and white. You have a color TV in your fucking living room. Every single one of you in here. Don't play with me. Don't play with us. Some of us came here to warn some of you. I'm one of them. You don't like it? Because you want to keep lying to yourself. There's a button right there on your screen that says unsubscribe. I'm not here for that quantity in that sense. I don't need people over here who don't know themselves. And when I say self, I mean source, extension of source. There's so much spectrums of light that are in the galaxies, and y'all want to sit here on just this 1 and 2. I get it. You got that law of polarity, but it's not what y'all been thinking polarity is. And they use that against you. So this is why you diminish your whole vision into something that you're even not. Okay. Some of you at the forefront of your mind, this is what you're battling. There's so much you want to do, but you want to express it in a way that you can connect to your people. Your people is coming from your star system, 4433, not this bullshit you was taught. Do you have black and white organs in your body? For all you know, most of you don't even know what the actual color of your organs are before they hit oxygen and change into a certain color. And it's never black and white. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If what I say, it triggers you in a way where you like, who the fuck is this? You better watch yourself. You better watch it. Watch your mouth. Watch your thoughts. Watch your vibration. Get off this channel. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch it. Watch your tone. Watch your thoughts, and get off this channel. Go somebody else where they can enable your fuckery. But you see this one here? I'm all about the union of the collective of humanity here on this planet, because this earth is going to wipe most of y'all out. We're in the age of the apocalypse. You want to be wiped out? All right, do you. Don't come the fuck over here looking for a savior, because you're supposed to been savior. Through your knowledge, that's where your power is. And power, that love is power unto itself. See, as long as you're doing this black and white thing, some people may feel, let me tell you something. When you start something, your own people are not going to be or your own people will be the ones that don't fucking support you. They have to see someone else from other places do it before they actually say, oh, you better get the fuck up on out of here, because you weren't doing this before. Move. Move. See, I'm not going to come to you with this sweetness. Oh, man. No. I'm going to make you put your tail in your mouth so you can step into infinity. Advice, Eight of Wands advice of this challenge. Page of Swords, 2 years, 2 of Wands. You've been at a crossroads. Why? Because of that whole spiel we just had within the last 2 years. Because of what I just said, the reason why you've been at a crossroads, you're repeating a certain cycle, is because you're still in this old paradigm of limited beliefs. You better know yourself. You have a whole spectrum of light that flows through you. Everyone has melanin within them. Yes, it comes at different degrees. But that's nothing to have a battle over or a war over. All this battling and war shit that most humans got going on this planet is what I'm saying. You want to be wiped out? Keep doing the fuck what you're doing. Keep creating these battles. Keep creating this separation. You're not going to have a chance. You're not going to have a standing chance when it comes to Saturn's law. You're not. You're going to have to be mature in this time, in frequency, for the next 4,000 years. Some of you are not going to be able to handle a week because you're too weak. What's in the environment here? For some of you, this is why you keep attracting false relationships and people that keep fucking you over. It's for you to learn your lesson, to reconnect with your own value, your true value about the way you feel, and you translate those feelings. You feel, and you're suppressing the way you feel just to make someone feel the way they want to feel, and you put your shit to the background. Saturn gonna be on your ass too. Saturn gonna whip your ass, actually. I'm just saying. What I believe in is because what I know. I've gone through my experience already. I'm not here to see anybody else go through that shit. You don't want to hear about what the fuck is being said right now? Get off this channel, bro. Sis, whatever. Get off this channel. Saturn is here, fully active. You want the rewards of Saturn? This is stability. This is longevity in your partnerships. Unconditional love. So whatever it is that is surrounding you and that's not in alignment to you and is bringing in that love to you, This is what you have to disconnect from. Some of you are sitting here having debates, and in a moment where you don't have to even have a debate. Let Saturn do what it do. But some of you want to talk your way into it and protect certain situations, and now Saturn gonna whoop your ass. How does Saturn whoop your ass? It put you into a karmic lesson that you now begin to get on your knees and you start praying for shit. Let me tell you, in the age of Saturn, Saturn is not gonna fuck around with that prayer. Because Saturn has given you more than enough time. Saturn gives everyone a minimum, first and foremost, 27 years. Come on now. Before Saturn comes back around to tell you about what you're doing and what you should not be doing, it gives you 27 to 29 years. So you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. 26 to whenever you start to do whatever you want to do. So this will be rolling. Depending on when you start your life on your own. But now you can use the assistance I use. Saturn also connects to Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius. That's the ancient ruler of Aquarius. It is Saturn. It's before Uranus. It was Saturn. So you're gonna have to work with Saturn first before you start to feel as though Uranus is all that you got to work with. Now, Uranus will be the higher octave of Mercury. Information. But see, most people are not enlightened because there's a lot of information out there that they consider taboo, and they don't seek Sagittarius, polar opposite of Gemini, to really get the gist of the information. Gemini, Mercury. To help them to analyze the ways of overcoming certain wounds. When I say overcoming certain wounds, coming up with the solution in terms of those wounds, Virgo, because Virgo has a lot to do with you analyzing, but it also has a connection to Chiron. Virgo, you're ruled by Mercury and Chiron, which is why you're the cleaner of this here realm. You're here to clean shit up. Not enable shit that's supposed to be cleaned and wiped the fuck out. Some of you in a connection with somebody that's really giving you the words. This may be a boss or some form of that type of energy, a boss, a partner, someone you call a partner. No. Two of Cups in reverse with the Emperor coming up the same way, coming up this way as a challenge. The reason why some of you are in these dysfunctional partnerships, or people around you, if you got people that are around you that are in dysfunctional partnerships, because they're connected to someone who's moving as though they know who they are and they don't fucking know. They don't. Remember, you know a traveler. His name is Kwekuda Hasela. He the father way chasing Guadala. I swear, my love, I know you miss me, I know. In the hopes and fears position. Oh, don't worry about it. It's going to be closed out. But some of you, your biggest worry is that whatever this is that's closing out, if you hold on to whatever it is that's being closed out while Mercury is in retrograde, in this connection to Jupiter up until the 21st, all of this is happening for a reason. What's the reason? For you to get back into alignment of your strength and courage. Because that is the key to success. Without that, what's the outcome? It's a tower. The building of a legacy, Four of Pentacles. The outcome is the Sun in Capricorn. We've been talking about Saturn this whole time. Saturn's going to hold you back from whatever it is that you're asking for until you let go of these things. And most of you letting go of these things are some of the hardest things you have to let go of. But that's what Saturn does. Saturn has allowed you to go through so many different lessons to see this. As long as you're constantly crying in a space where you're not fully in your confidence, in your courage, and you have certain energies around you that actually trigger you to go further and further and deeper into this lack of confidence and this lack of courage, the outcome is Saturn is going to pull you back from it. Saturn is not going to care about the way you feel because that's the way Saturn moves. I got Saturn in Capricorn. I know that shit firsthand. Saturn does not give a fuck about what I say I love at that moment. No, if I say I love it and it doesn't belong in my life, it's going to remove it. Whether if it's death or separation or a breakup, that's how that shit get handled. Okay? Look at this. Look at this darkness over this person's shoulder, over their lap. That can even trickle down to their foundation. See, Saturn is going to pull you away from these situations just not to whoop your ass. But some of y'all want that Saturn ass whooping. That comes with death. That comes with not being able to have children. That comes to divorce. That's when you don't listen, that comes into play. That's how that moves. I'm just saying. I'm just a messenger. Just let you know what the fuck is up. Judgment at the bottom of the deck, which is the card right before the World card. Some of y'all or people around you, you know where you fit in, are in a space of judgment, meaning spiritual court, meaning the heart being weighed as it is light as a feather. Because some people are in situations that is putting a load on their heart space. And you're going to know what that is and who that is because it's going to easily exude itself through the expressions of someone's face and their body, and everything is going to start to fucking diminish. Saturn ain't nothing to play with, y'all. Saturn is nothing to play with. What they don't tell you about the age of Aquarius is that it's Saturn ruled. Yes, it's Uranus too. But Saturn, in connection to Uranus is all about the enlightenment, a sudden awakening. But it comes from you suddenly awakening from the lessons that you've learned, that you tell yourself, I'm not doing that shit no more. That shit can literally be day and night, y'all. It really can. But as quickly as it can be day and night, and you choose that in that, well, night and day and night is significant. So day, night, day. A whole 24-hour process, a whole day. It's all it's going to take. And for some, that's a lot of time. For some of you, that's too much time. And I would say it'll be too much time if you pass that age of 30, because you already experienced a Saturn return. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. Mirror on the wall. Let's see what the Star family got to say. Welcome, beloved. Welcome. What is the void? Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. It's time to be reborn. Not with the shit of the past, though. Because the shit of the past has been the fertilizer that's allowed you to grow. The fertilizer is not the lotus. It's not the rose. It's the fertilizer. It's the stinky stuff. You have the Starseed Oracle telling you at a deep cellular healing phase in your life right now. Arcturian energy, okay? Physical and emotional healing. So it's time to stop playing. Some of y'all get too caught up in the physical and the material. And don't come up here in these chats and delete and shit, because that me and my answers and spirit guides, I read energy very well. If you're not going to be real about what you say, this ain't the channel for you. So whatever it is that you say, don't delete that shit. Be real about yourself, because that's one thing I don't tolerate over here on this channel. Once I see too much of the deleting, you better get the fuck. I'm not all these other readers on this YouTube channel. I'm not. I'm too ancient for this shit, actually. I don't have the time. Me and Saturn, we here. Okay. And bribery don't work over here either. Don't explain yourself. Bribery don't work over here either. And don't go on anybody else's channel giving them donations, expecting them to do, readings for you because of do that from the love and kindness of your heart if you're going to give that extension of value to that person. Because as a reader, we're constantly going through certain shifts and experiences that we are here to give the messages to the collective to help you to liberate yourself from that. So much so, it's a life and death situation for us to even come up on here and express ourselves the way we do, the real ones I'm talking about. I don't need no explanation from anybody. Keep that shit to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Because this is where people have a tendency when they get into certain relationships, you want to explain yourself to a person. Why are you doing so? What the fuck is you explaining yourself for? Why are you even at that phase where you and your person are arguing to the point you have to explain yourself? That's how you know you're not in love. That's how you know you're not in love. You in a fucking competition with your own partner. Especially if you're experiencing a connection with someone that you're constantly having to explain yourself. You have to explain yourself, beloved, because I'm not even talking about that. Specifically, not even talking about that. This is where some people jump the gun to. Tell you, I don't give a fuck. I'm not here for the amount of people. I'm on my Saturn mission, my Mars energy, and my moon mission. I'm a straight up crone. I don't got time for people and they childish games. If you want to be a child, be that child. But childish, where you in between and you want to fuck around with people, love or fear? Love or fear? If you got fear in your heart, I'm all about getting quality up in here. Making this the space where people can really step into their authentic self. Stop moving in this corporate fucking way. Because the collective is about to learn real quick as to the ways they're supposed to govern themselves. Okay? You have the courageous peony with deep cellular healing coming through here. Multifaceted, all right? Unique nature, let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen, not based off what somebody else wants to see or what the collective wants to see. No. Because if I sit here and do things the way the collective wants me to be seen, you would get a sweet version out of me all the time. All the time. But I know my energy fluctuates in the way that it fluctuates because I have a cosmic connection. I flow with nature. Nature gives you the sunshine. It gives you the rains. It gives you the hurricanes. It gives you the tornadoes. For sometimes, it may even pull in a typhoon. It may even bring in a tsunami. It depends on what? The energetic frequency of the energies that are surrounding or placing their feet every time they walk on these grounds on the planet is what I'm speaking of. You don't got to say shit. As long as your feet are stomping on grounds in your house, your apartment, you're here on this planet. Whatever thoughts you got in this vibration that's not in alignment to source, love, all that is, those of us that are here to eliminate that frequency, we are here to do just that. And some of us may be a lot more intense than others. But for some of you that are here on this page, because there's a level of intensity within you that you're suppressing just to fit the fuck in. Straight capping. Straight capping. There's levels to this. But there's times where things have to be said in a certain way, you feel me? And if you don't, you don't. But I'm not saying that for validation. That's just normally the verbiage I use. With those who do, you do. You do who do. New earth. I'm telling you. I'm not saying this shit just to say it. I'm here for this planet. And those of you who are not here to do the work that this planet is asking you to do within your soul, you're going to hear my mouth. I'm going to irritate the fuck out you. Do I care? No. No, I don't. You want to know why? Because I provide services where you don't have to do that. And you can get yourself back into alignment. But keep moving the way you're moving, though. That's on you. That's on you. My marketing is different. People call it marketing. I'm too cosmic for human ways of doing things now. I'm not even gonna say too cosmic. I'm just a cosmic vibration. I used to diminish that part of myself. And all it brought was egos around me. People claiming to love, but being nosy. That's all that did. And once I stepped into this vibration, those that I have around me and that are with me, oof, that love different. Some of y'all feel as though you need a whole fucking entourage when all you need is just one other person. Not even need another person. If you do need something, it's going to be yourself. And allow the laws of the universe to reflect that back to you in the form of another vessel. That shit right there is simple math that was never really taught in the school systems. More on religions. Religions more so enforce people to behave a certain way. You got a whole fucking hand, but a religion will force you to be a pinky or a thumb. What about your index, your middle, and your ring finger and all this other stuff? What's up? Oh, I know why. Because they tell you you're not connected to the cosmos. That's taboo and this, that, or whatever. And some people get into the mathematics to prove the shit. Let me tell you something. There's some people who have an NDE, a near-death experience in this lifetime, to come back and tell you it was not what I thought it was. Do you really need a near-death experience on that nature with your whole physical body when you can enjoy it in this physical essence that you're in and create the memories and tell the stories of your memories and create further memories within this vessel? Do you really need to pass on and have a connection to your past life when you come back into this life to go through a whole session of getting hypnotized and that's what you want to do? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can if you want to. But most people want to go into this heaven space, but most people don't want to fucking die. Some people say they're not afraid to die and they want to go to heaven. But that person that says that, unfortunately so, they literally came back here because they're not afraid of it to bring heaven on earth. So they're actually going into a void. They're not even going into the heaven that they're perceiving themselves to go into, especially carrying all that anger, telling themselves, I'm going to get the fuck up on out of here. I learned that lesson too. I'm not saying something because I don't fucking know it. And for some, you learn that experience through other people who you have certain, conversations, the depths of a conversation that you have in terms of life and death with these people. And they may not even be here because they're literally guardian angels or guardian demons for you. to recognize what you would express, okay, and to be mindful what your expression is. All right. Y'all, I be wanting to come through with the most beautiful messages, but the way the energy is right now, there's a very high level of ignorance amongst the collective. And me, I'm a demon capturer. I'm a demon capturer. So a lot of those frequencies tend to bring itself to this space. Not knowing that that's what they are, because they don't know their angelic space. They don't know their angles of light in order to control those demons. An example of that will be someone who's stuck in an addiction or a form of temptation and they're unable to get up on out of there. But you came here to this space for me to trigger you just enough to change that shit, for you to take off and do whatever you're supposed to do, what exactly what you're supposed to do that made you uncomfortable. To get you back on the path of your north node, the true north, your purpose, which is transmuting that dark into light. Doesn't mean that you dispel, you disregard the light. The same thing when it comes to your ego. You don't kill off the ego. You use the ego to take you through these experiences. And once you go through these experiences, now you come to a point, okay, you've gone through that. So if it shows up again, you have the knowledge of it. But when you apply the knowledge of the experience that you've gone through, the wise person applies the knowledge. The fuckhead don't. It's that simple. The idiot don't. And this is the one that sits there going through the same shit looking for a savior inside themselves. Yeah, I'm harsh. But I'm not harsh. I just tell the truth. Some people see it as harsh because you're not even fully human yet. A fully human person, a fully divine person is going to see what I'm saying and say, fucking finally, talk to my soul, yo. Talk to me. I'm not for the weak. I'm not for the faint of heart. I'm not for the weak. You're not going to do this just for 7 days and feel as though that's it. No, this is a lifestyle. This is your life. Once you put them wings on and you remove that veil, you can't put that veil back on talking about, I don't want to see this no more. So stop opening these certain books that you're not supposed to be tapping into. Stop ordering cards if you know your emotions are fucked up. Stop watching readings if you know your emotions are fucked up. Go see someone professionally that can get you grounded in this physical state that you're in first and foremost. Because this spiritual realm, if you're not stable within your own spirit, these spirits and demons will fuck you up. And they love energies that don't know themselves when it comes to the ones that are demonic without the authority of their angel. They love to get connected to those who don't know themselves and fuck up your whole life until you learn the lesson, because they're literally helping the devil within you, the life you've lived. Because the devil, what does it do? The devil brings you to the point of your darkness to say, okay, now I can be your Lucifer. I can bring the light to you, but you the one that got to get the fuck up on out of here yourself. I only brought you to this space so you can see how dark this shit is. So you can get up on out of there. That show Lucifer on Netflix depicts it in the most beautiful way. Because yeah, that man is Lucifer, but at the same time, he has this energy within him that he wants to be of love, but he's just frustrated with fucking humanity. Literally frustrated with humanity. Allowing itself to fall. into this realm to assist humanity in its pleasures, but at the same time bringing you to your pleasures that can actually destroy you for some of you, only for you to recognize this is destroying me. Let me wake the fuck up. Let me wake up. But some of y'all are enjoying this. And you want someone to validate that shit for you. Anybody who's of that nature and you reach here, you had a checkpoint. You just reached your crossroads. Thankfully so. Because if it's not me, if there's a person that carries this energy the same way, not in the same way I do, but similar, they are not going to speak. They're going to take your head off your shoulders spiritually. They're going to put you in spiritual prison. That's not a place you want to be in. Because at that point, you already had your lawyer when it came to spiritual prison over here. But you chose to, who the fuck she thinks she is? All right. Go over there then. Go over there. I'm done. I did my part. See what I'm saying? So be very mindful of that. This ain't no game about competition or none of that either. If you're around people who want to compete with you and all this other bullshit, bro, yo, get up on out of there. Get up on out of there. Get up on out of there. I'm that vessel that's going to put you into that space of becoming the emperor, the empress, the god, goddess, high priest, whatever it is that you want to do. But it's the embodiment of having all of the elements of your kingdom. And in tarot, you get the perfect explanation of that kingdom in terms of air, fire, water, and earth. Each of the kings and queens in the tarot deck express one's kingdom or authority over one's kingdom based on that element. Once you have that control over that kingdom within you, the elements within you, you can now step into the emperor, empress energy of yourself. And once you do that, now you can actually be given the keys of faith, your subconscious and conscious energy in order for you to step into the high priest and high priestess frequency. From that point on, it's limitless. That's the pill. But you have to master your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and the way you see the material aspects of your life, as well as the way you ground yourself based on your passion, your thoughts, and your emotions or your feelings. Because your emotions would be energy in motion constantly when it comes to all four of those in connection to spirit, the five. But then as you evolve, you start to connect more to your soul star system, where now you're expanding even more beyond 7 chakras, because you don't just got 7 fucking chakras. It's way more than that. All right. So that's your message. Love you. See you next time.